Welcome back to 100 Hats Gaming, folks. It's Neko here again, still playing Pokemon Red. You haven't really missed anything if you're checking in now. If you did watch episode 1, thanks for sticking with me through that. I know that was kind of dry and humorless, to say the least. I'm not really in my element when I'm playing a game by myself, as I'm a very social person in theory. Which sounds crazy. I'm very introverted, but I talk mostly in stories. So if you guys do stick with me, you're going to hear a lot of stories, most of them very human. Most of them, at least I think I'm funny. Most of my friends tell me I'm funny and offensive, so you'll probably be amused if you're not offended, so that'll be good. Oh great, you're level 8. Was I supposed to talk to somebody to get Pokeballs? Is that how that works? Am I remembering something wrong? Anyway. Isn't one of you guys... Is that Gold and Silver or one of you guys gives me Pokeballs? I don't remember. Crap. The last main old playthrough I can remember, and I can solidly remember, is I played through Fire Red. Last time I played through Fire Red, I was determined to build a team full of Pokemon that knew moves they shouldn't have known. And eventually I started giving my Pokemon like 1 or 2 moves that made sense, because having a full team of Pokemon with weird moves was just rough. But like I had Charizard with Steel Wing and Blastoise with Earthquake, and this was Fire Red, so this is before the special physical split, so it was not necessarily a good team at all. Who else is on my team? I don't remember. I know I had a Marowak, the new Aerial Ace, and Rock Tomb. Marowak's pretty cool, and I don't think I've trained Marowak since then, but I really liked Marowak in that playthrough. I think that playthrough is also the only time I ever trained a Rattata, and I had Eradicate that knew Shockwave and Blizzard, and it was the most fun Eradicate I've ever trained. Also the only Eradicate I've ever trained. I know I like trained Pidgeot and Eradicate when I was a kid, but only like once or twice. I don't think they ever held the spot in my heart for some people. Like, I feel like there's some people out there who love certain Pokemon, and if you love a Pokemon and that's why you train it, great, more power to you. Lord knows, I knew a million people who trained Charizard like competitively, and they shouldn't have. I hate to phrase like that, but it was just, oh, I just remember there's a guy here who'll give me a free potion, right? But like, I ran back in Gen 5 in the so-called Weather Wars, I did a lot of battling, and I don't want to say that's when I was best, but my win-loss percentage was a lot better in Gen 5. And I ran a Sandstorm team, and anyone who was battling in Gen 5 knows how ugly the weather got. I basically always had Stealth Rocks up. So anytime anyone brought Charizard against me, and this is before Defog was a thing too, half its health was gone before I got into the fight. And I was always kind of underimpressed by Charizard up until we got the Megas. I thought the Megas did a great job of giving life to a Pokemon that people already liked, but it wasn't just making people like it, it was making it useful, rewarding those people who had loyalty to an old Pokemon like that. And I think that's awesome. Personally, my favorite Mega right now is Mega Aggron, and I just finished training up a Mega Steelix. I've become a very defensive player. I don't know if you'll see very many defensive Pokemon on my team this time through, just because. Do I have to buy Pokeballs? Can I buy? Where do I get my first Pokeballs? How am I forgetting this? I feel like this is the kind of thing I should not have been able to forget. I can buy Pokeballs. How many... We'll just buy 5. I'm not gonna worry about antidotes. I'm not even gonna worry. I can't buy potions, so I guess I'm not gonna worry about potions either. Well, I've got 2 potions, so hopefully that'll be enough for a bit. I guess I should catch something else and put it on my team. I want to do the optional rival battle over here just for fun. And, what do I want to catch? I really don't want Rattata. Apologies to anyone out there who likes Rattata. All 2 of you in the world who like Rattata. Then again, there's probably a whole 2 of you watching this video, so I guess I shouldn't talk crap on Rattata. He's got more fans than I do. I remember in Gen 2, when you ran into Joey and his top percentage Rattata. I don't know if you guys ever heard that rumor that his Rattata had perfect IVs. I started that rumor. I like told people that. Totally just lying because I'm a compulsive liar. But without a doubt, I told people, oh yeah, Joey's Rattata's got perfect IVs. It's actually stronger. Like, if you've got a Rattata at the same level, his Rattata will be stronger and faster than yours. And so many of my friends were like, oh, no way! And then none of them ever actually checked it because it was Rattata. Come on, I'd really like to battle something besides Rattata. I guess he's got XP from my Bulbasaur here at the beginning, but isn't there supposed to be other cool stuff in this grass? Like, I know I can't catch... I think Caterpie and Weedle are up in towards Viridian Forest. This... do I want Nidoran? I love Nidoking, being totally honest. I was a ground-type gym leader in Gen 5, so, I mean, all ground types I think are pretty awesome. But, whoa. But Nidoking especially, I thought he was cool even back in Gen 1. I think I'm gonna cast this Nidoran. I'm just gonna... I don't know if he'll stay on my team forever, because that'll already be 2 poison types, and not that I really care too much about having a balanced team because it's Gen 1. But, and Nidoking is awesome, but, Psychic types are hard enough to deal with in Gen 1 without putting 2 poison types in your team, so, what should I name? I'm gonna name... I'm gonna name him Valmont, which is the name of, the same guy who trains, Magnolia the Hydreigon. It's the name of his Nidoking. So, here's to you, man. Because you're the only person I can think of right now when trying to name my Pokemon. Seriously though, if any of you guys have suggestions for Pokemon I should catch and train, or nicknames I should get them, feel free to leave a comment. That's be pretty awesome, and I'm more than happy to appease anyone I can. Yay, we got more than one Pokemon now. The reason I decided to do this is actually, I just found my actual Pokemon Red cartridge. I don't know if any of you guys ever do this. I'm not a big trade-in games guy. I hold on to most of my games anyway, but I have a couple game cartridges these days that I can't even use, but I still keep around. My N64 copy of Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time is still sitting on my nightstand. My copy of Pokemon for the Game Boy Color, like I said, I just found it in a drawer. And it's just... I really like still holding on to this little piece, even if I'm not going to use them anymore. I like having that little piece of my childhood, basically. You're going to get your crap rocked by this Pidgey. Note for the future, don't catch the level 2 Nidoran. I remember thinking I was so smart when I was younger, because I wanted to get a Gyarados, but training up a Magikarp was hard. And I remember thinking how clever I was when I realized you could just switch out your Magikarp to a stronger Pokemon. Pokemon was always a really, like, big thing when I was younger, because, I mean, I grew up with the cards and the games and everything else. Like I said, it was my first game that was ever bought for me, but, like, all of my friends and all my older brother's friends were super into Pokemon, too, and, like, we'd play and we'd run around and pretend we were trainers, run around and pretend we were Pokemon, you know, be as nerdy as possible as little kids, but I always remember, like, we were convinced Nintendo was stealing our ideas, though, because, like, there was this, dried-up drainage ditch pond thing near our neighborhood, and we'd run around there, and we'd call it Gyarados Lake, because that was the place where it had just been a normal lake, but then, and we had said something along the lines of, like, all the Magikarp there suddenly started evolving and causing chaos, and then Gold and Silver came out in the Lake of Rage, and that was basically the plot from the Lake of Rage, and I remember it happening, and us being like, Nintendo stole our idea! And, you know, a couple other things, like evolutions and stuff that we didn't get till down the line, like a bigger, crazier Tangela, that I remember it was definitely one that came up. Now, I don't remember what we called it or anything like that, but I feel like every once in a while, Game Freak or any video game company has an idea that, like, you feel like you've already had, and I think it's just because it's such an obvious good idea, anyone can have it. Nothing wrong with that. Wow, this Nidoran still hasn't leveled up. I don't want to... I don't really want to have to deal with leveling up a Nidoran. I don't think any of us as kids had the patience to actually, like, train Pokemon, you know what I mean? I feel like we all just let whoever was strongest in our party go out front and handle what was in front of them, and that was it. I don't know if I want to train Nidoran. He's going to take this much effort. Sounds so mean, doesn't it? I don't want to train this Pokemon too much effort when it's literally the second Pokemon I've caught. Or first Pokemon I've caught. It's not even that I don't want to train those, just so much that, like, I want to move forward already. And if I, you know, don't level up this Nidoran a little bit before I move forward, he's just gonna get, beat in battles, so I kind of have to try and level him up at least a little bit, but I think one of the smartest things they did in later generations was make it so you get experience points when you catch the Pokemon, because it encourages you to catch everything. Like, there's no downside to catching a Rattata in the new games, just to fill up your Pokedex, because you're still going to get the XP from him. Oh, of course, now that my Nidoran hits level 3, I run into a level 3 one. Alright, great, just great. Alright, folks, I'm going to call it an episode here. Join me next episode when I'll probably still be leveling up the Nidoran I'm already regretting catching. See you then, folks.